feeling like a boss right now.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They couldn't hook up with Decker that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read the defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Sugar! Gold 50. Here we go. Check it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, Tuesday. Gun.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains.
Oh, yeah! Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Ready, left. Check, 55, fight.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
54, south. 280.
Now Gordon on first down. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready, Blue 80. 3 down. 125, sit on.
On second down, here's Ryan. And Decker's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Ready, Blue 80. Blue 80, sit on. Blue 80, sit on.
Now it's Ryan. To Decker over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go.
Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
4 down. Ready, Blue 80. Check nickel. We go. Ready, set.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
You got 3 down. Ready, Blue 80. Get out, Hutch.
Now Ryan on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Ready! Ready!
From the shotgun, Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Hey, let's go!
Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Get up! Let's go! Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down. Blue 80, sit out. Blue 80. Mike 55. Mike 55. Look out! Gun.
On 2nd down, Ryan sets up the screen to Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
One set. 11. Hey, watch. Ready. Blue 80. 39.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go on. No, 66.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ozzy! Wait! Go! Check it! Right, again!
Throwing now is Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go!
On 1st down, Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, let's go!
To throw is Brady. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Out comes a Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
21! Hey, gun. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let him go!
On first down, Ryan. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
39. 4 down. Check.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Even. 4 down. Even.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 25 sit on. Here we go.
They go play action with Ryan. Open man, it's Allen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route.
Get up!
Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ryan now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now Ryan throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. What is that?
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
20. You ready? Back 25. 54 south. 60 Creek. Look out!
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
36. Hey, watch both.
Brady now on first down. Complete. Richardson has it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Paul Richardson, 94 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
4 down, 4 down. Ready.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, Gold 66.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, Tuesday. Wait. 4 down. Check 2 go.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, 12! Gun.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hey, gun. Ready? Back 25. Wide 25, sit down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Ready to go. Blue 80.
From the gun, Ryan. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Butker able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
54, south!
That was 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Ryan going underneath for Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
On the right.
Here's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Shadow! They're not ready for this, man. Move! Rip!
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Man open left side is Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Cowboys. Antonio Brown, 62 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
21.
They go play action now. Ryan. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
Everyone's got 4 down. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And an alley to run. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Antonio Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 20. Ready to go. 280.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Looking for Allen. He's got it on the slant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Ready. Back 25. Ready, set up.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Over the middle, and it's caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Now Ryan on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return will stop right around the 25. Decker, the intended receiver.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Let's go.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Hunt. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Tuesday. 4 down. Ready. Black 25. Ready, go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
And an alley to run.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Hey. We got three. 3 down. Wait, set. Wait, 20. Mike's 54. Go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
let's go. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Like I said.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Strong right. Strong right. Like 20. 180. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Dallas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.